6-year-old Ellie Butler had asked to speak to the judge who reunited her with her parents just weeks before she was battered to death by her father. An inquest heard the tragic child was placed in the care of her grandparents as a baby after her father Ben Butler, who repeatedly interrupted proceedings today, was accused of shaking her. She was returned to the care of Butler and her mother in 2012 after a ruling by Mrs Justice Hogg in the family division of the High Court. Ellie was battered to death by her father at their family home in Sutton, South London, in October 2013. The girl's head teacher said she was concerned after being told that Ellie, a pupil, had expressed a wish to speak to the judge. As well as with the speed and manner of her transition to live with her parents, the principal said, considering that Ellie, a 5-year-old child, had asked to speak to the judge, I felt I needed to do something about that, and this led her, rightly or wrongly, to write the letter. Ben Butler, who was listening to proceedings via video link from prison, where he is currently serving life with a minimum term of 23 years for Ellie's murder, interrupted her by shouting out, "Who says she asked?" His numerous interruptions prompted retired High Court Judge Dame Linda Dobbs, who was sitting as coroner for the inquest, to urge him to bite his tongue. It came a day after he caused further disruption when he stormed out of the inquest. When given the opportunity to talk, the head teacher said she was concerned that Ellie would not be able to continue the loving relationships she had formed with her grandparents, and that she may be moved to another school away from her friends. She was also wary about the plan for the handover to take place at the school, which she was keen to keep neutral for Ellie. The head teacher told South London Coroner's Court in Croydon she wrote a letter to the judge months after her ruling outlining her fears, but did not send it after coming to the view it would not change things. Asked about her concerns, she said, "I was aware that this girl loved her current family. I was aware that there was a concern that she might not see that current family after the move because there was a difficult relationship. I put myself in the child's position and I imagined losing my entire family and my dog and moving to a whole new family. And while she had by now met her mother and father a few times, that's not a relationship. Ellie was happy at school and I wanted to keep that as a safe space and tainted. The scope of the inquest will not consider the merits or wisdom of the ruling." Ellie's mother, Jenny Gray, was given a 42-month term after being found guilty of child cruelty. She had admitted perverting the course of justice. The head teacher said she had concerns raised with her about the language used in a meeting between an independent social work agency worker and Ellie, where a good judge and a bad judge were mentioned. In another meeting, Ellie was put in an extremely difficult position by being told that whoever she chose not to live with would be upset, she said. Asked about what she felt the impact of the move was on Ellie, the head teacher admitted she did not observe a significant change of behavior in the child, but she pointed out she only attended the school for 8.5 days over a number of weeks after she started living with her parents, a steep fall compared to her previous attendance rate in the 90% range before moving to another school. The inquest will examine whether there were failures on the part of the authorities with regard to Ellie's murder, including the sharing of information, cooperation and communication between organizations. It is expected to last 2 weeks.
Tell me where the freak's at.